Good morning, Ashley. Oh, a couple minutes late, I think, because Bailey kept flying away. There he is. Okay. 1 second, I have to go get my medicine, and I swear I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay. Good morning, Tara. Let me take my medicine real quick. Okay. You want to turn that way, baby? Now, I bought Bailey a perch for the bathroom. Say hey. Say good morning.
So come here.
No, we'll say good morning. Good morning. He does say that a lot. He also says come here a lot. And you want a beer? He says that a lot. He said something new the other day. He said, he was mumbling something and then he said, this sucks. But I just thought I would check in, hop on, do a quick live so that y'all know that we're not dead, but we have had a very difficult week. If you're on here, I'm assuming that you know that Lee's mom died last Friday, early Friday morning. And then on top of that, I have not even put this on Facebook or anything, but on top of that, Lee's oldest brother, Mark, also died on Tuesday. So we went to that service yesterday, and Lee is back at work today with a bum back. So it's been a little bit of a rough time. Good morning, Karen. So today is really the first day I've truly been alone in my own house in 3 years, because Lee is at work, the kids are with their dad, and my mother-in-law passed away. So now we all adjust to new life. You may notice my background is different, and that is because I decided to turn her bathroom into my bathroom because it's a lot nicer than my other one. She just had this shower tiled and it's really pretty. She only got to use it one time. There's tons of counter space, and if I didn't use it, it would just sit here and not get used at all. So I turned it into my bathroom. I'll show you this too. Hold on, let me get my phone off. This eventually, let me flip the camera around. This was her bedroom. You see all the stuff here still, but I'm thinking about turning this into like a podcast room. And leaving this area as a family den, and then her kitchen. But we're just in a transition phase right now. This is the shower that she only got to use one time. And there's Bailey. Let me put you back on the mount here. Let's see. Hold on, I dropped you. Let me get you back on here. Okay. So yeah, that's what I would like to do, is turn that bedroom into like a podcast room eventually, because right now I have to, I'm sorry, I'm out of breath this morning. Every time I do a little video, I have to set up lights and microphones and all the things. I saw it. I saw your comment. Thank you. She has a really nice space over here that was just hers, and now it's not getting used for anything. So we can either shut the door and close it off and not use it, or we can make it functional for us. And it's just hard because like every time Lee goes to the bathroom, he has to walk by and he can see her love seat where she always sat, and it's killing him walking back and forth and not seeing her on her love seat. It's sad. But did y'all see my post I made about the Good Doctor? Interested to see. I know some of you did, but I won't go into all of it if everybody on here has seen it. But my phone started blowing up the other night. Alice, get out. My phone started blowing up the other night, and I was like, what is going on? And somebody sent me a recording of that part of the show, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, they could have gotten away with it if they had just, I don't know, they put in every part of my story. But I got an interesting phone call yesterday that I'm excited about. Someone from UAB called me, and thank you, Tara. Somebody from UAB called me yesterday, and they are doing a like trauma survivors event on May 17th, and they want me to speak. And then they also asked if I would be willing to be like a bedside mentor for people in the hospital who have been in a traumatic injury, and that they would train me. So I would like just visit people at bedside that have been in like a severe trauma like I was, and just kind of mentor them a little bit, which I told them I would absolutely 1000% do that, but I do have some reservations. Mainly, if I seem distracted, it's because last time I did a live, I forgot concealer and powder. So I'm trying not to forget things. So my reservations about doing it is, yes, I had a severe accident with a prolonged hospital stay, like about as bad as things can get. But the difference with me is that my recovery was extraordinary. And that's not necessarily because of my doing or the doctor's doing. It's just, that's just how the cards fell. And I have reservations about mentoring people and trying to encourage them who will not have the same results that I did. Like, what do you say? What do you say to somebody who, I don't want to give false hope, but I also don't want to be a Debbie Downer? I don't know. I'm sure that's something I will discuss with them, but that's my biggest reservation, is I wouldn't want to throw like my recovery in somebody's face, if that makes sense. Because every story is different, every outcome is different. Yes, pups, that's entire, and it may be, but I won't know until I try. So, and then I think I'm going to try to make a little video today, like a vlog, just because I haven't done one in a long time, just to kind of do a general, like, re-say everything I'm saying here, but in a more organized format, just to have it on the channel, to have it documented, you know, what's been going on the past few weeks. We've had a lot of lows, and we've had some highs too. It's been really, really weird. I was very excited about that phone call yesterday, and my daughter turned 18, and then they had their school theater concert thing. They did Beauty and the Beast, and Carly was Belle, so she was the main character, and she did amazing. And I will upload some clips of that into this vlog just to have it on there, but she did really well. Okay. Thank you. So, for the rest of this live, I'm available. We can chat. You can ask me questions. What are you doing? I'm not in a super creative space right now. You ugly cried when she turned. I almost did. She's turned 18 this month. She's graduating this month. She was the lead in the play this month. And in the same month, my mother-in-law died. My brother-in-law died. Lee is now, he has 2 brothers left, but that's it. He's officially, since we've been together, lost all 4 of his parents. So he's taking it pretty hard. A lot of people, like even at work, they don't even know about his brother dying because it happened right after his mother dying, and we didn't post anything on social media. But so my poor husband is overwhelmed right now. He's struggling, and I don't know what to do to help him through that except stick my boobs in his face. It's like a naturally grown pillow, and I don't know. It works. You want to turn around? Now they can see you. Say good morning.
Say, come here.
No, say good morning. Good morning. Yes, he is shell-shocked. I don't even have words for the emotional roller coaster we've been on the past 3 years, really. It just got more intense this past few weeks. So, I'll quit talking about that. Somebody has a question. You're annoying. I had an idea for a podcast. Whoops. Hold on. Oh, hold on. My dog's knocking. Okay. I had an idea for a podcast. Sorry, I'm not used to doing this on camera.
Oh.
You know, the podcast I started, like the first episode was about religion or whatever. And I had like a new memory the other day about my religious indoctrination, I guess you could call it. But does anybody on here, if I say Judgment House, do you know what I'm talking about? I'm interested to know because I think this is what I want to talk about on my next podcast. So let me know, yes or no, if you know what a Judgment House is. Okay, Tara doesn't. I'm about to explain it. But I'm interested to see if anybody else on here knows. I don't know if it's a, Wendy does, okay, I don't know if it's a Southern thing or if it's a Baptist thing. I'm not really sure. That's why I'm interested. Okay, Pups doesn't know. Okay. I'm about to explain it. I'm just curious if there's anybody else in here that knows what a Judgment House is. I think I'm going to do a whole podcast episode on it. Because I'm curious if other people think it's as effed up as I do. You're rude. Taco doesn't. I'll have to ask my dad. Yeah, ask your dad if he knows what a Judgment House is. So, Judgment House. It is as horrible as it sounds. So, back in probably the late 90s, early 2000s is when I would have been experiencing the Judgment House. And I don't know if it's still a thing. I haven't been in church in many, many years, and I haven't really heard anything. But, so it may have been done away with. I don't know, or it could still be going on. But a Judgment House is, it's basically a haunted house, but for Christians. And what they do, the ones that I would go to, they would be at churches. And what it is, you know, when you walk through a haunted house, you walk through different scenes. Well, in a Judgment House, you walk through different scenes. But each scene is made to scare you. For example, like one of the ones I remember, one room was a bunch of teenagers who were dancing and partying and drinking. And then you would go to another room and they would have like a car crash scene with some fatalities. And the most heinous room that I remember is, don't you bite me. The most heinous room that I remember was a room where we all walked in and there was a girl in a hospital gown laying on a table with her knees up like she was laying on a gynecologist table. And they had a blanket draped where you couldn't see anything, but you could see her. And the scene was an abortion scene. And what they would do is they would, I don't remember the build up, but they built it up somehow. And then to show the abortion scene, they would flip on a vacuum cleaner really loud, and they would cut the lights off, and the girl would scream. And that was supposed to, traumatize us. But anyways, at the end of the judgment house, you had heaven and hell. And somebody would play like the devil. And then somebody would play, they had a whole room set up for heaven. And it was supposed to reenact these things to scare kids to Jesus, I guess. I don't know. Make them scared of hell. But it was very normal. Like, it was a very normal thing back then. I didn't think... it's bad. And it was so normal. I never thought anything about it while I was, a practicing Christian or whatever. But now that all these years have gone by and things are what they are now, I remembered judgment houses recently, and I was like, oh my gosh, we need to have this conversation, because that is emotional manipulation at its absolute finest. Especially the whole abortion thing, which I would love to talk about more. But the reason I remembered it is because of an episode of Young Sheldon. We love that show. My whole family loves Young Sheldon. My family has deemed me, I'm Meemaw. Yeah, it is very bizarre and extreme. But there was a Young Sheldon episode where they put the mom, Mary, they put her in charge of doing the judgment house. But she didn't call it that. I forgot what she called it. But I was like, oh my God, it even got written into an episode of Young Sheldon. And it brought up all these memories of me going to all these judgment houses growing up. Like it was normal. But that should be anything but normal. I cannot believe it's scary how manipulative it was, and how it's just okay with everybody. And it honestly may still be a thing here. I don't know. But I'm probably going to have that conversation on my podcast soon. And you can watch the comments go crazy with people who think I'm being dramatic, or, I can't understand it because I'm not Christian. You'll see all kind of different things. But yeah, it was basically emotional manipulation, scare tactics to not encourage you to be a good person, but to scare you straight. Because if you did these things, if you drank, if you had an abortion, if you, I don't remember the others, didn't respect your parents, things like that, those are all things that apparently would put you on a path to hell. Oh, it did come up. So somebody Google it. Tell me, is it still a thing, or was it only like that time period? I'm definitely curious to know that. Obviously, before I do a podcast on it, I will research it better. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, I honestly have no idea when they started, when they ended, if they ended. Yeah, that's a good idea, pups. I will do that. So, I'm going to put my mascara on while y'all are Googling. I can't talk and put mascara on, so hold please. Bailey's going to make water noises. Yes, bring the receipts. A lot of the receipts are in here because they're my memories, but I guarantee you, when I talk about this, I will either get a ton of comments from people I know who want to debate me or justify it, or they'll not say anything because they realize that was truly screwed up. And they only did it at Halloween. Yes, the Rapture movie. I know what you're talking about. Left Behind. Was that the name of it? Because there was a series of books called, yes, Scaring, yeah. There was a series of books also in that time period called Left Behind that was about the rapture. I never read it, but my sister did. She was real into that series at that time. I think by that point, yeah. I think by that point I was already like, kind of seeing what was happening and just not participating, but not also actively speaking out about it, just because I knew what would happen. And when I came out officially as an atheist, yeah, I forgot what I was saying. And then the movie, the last big thing that came out before I like really left religion altogether was the one with Kirk Cameron, the marriage movie. I forgot the name of it. He was a firefighter. And it was about having a godly Christian marriage or something. But that was also a big cult-like thing down here. But no, I never read the Left Behind books, so I can't speak on it, but I would imagine they were just, it was about revelations and the rapture and how the world would supposedly be if you were not part of the rapture. Another scare tactic. And let me be very clear before somebody comes at me. I don't have a problem with people who are religious. I don't. I know it may seem like I do, but I don't. I have a problem with people who use that to I have a problem with people that use it to discriminate, to manipulate, and force their viewpoints on the rest of the population. That's what I have a problem with. So if you're not one of those people, then I'm not speaking about you. But Fireproof, yes, that was it. Yes. I watched that movie several times, and I remember thinking, oh, I want to be like that, and all those things always made me feel like I'll just never be good enough no matter what I do. And I'm so glad that I don't feel that way anymore. Yeah. Sounds like you had some of the same experiences as me, Stephanie.
Yes.
And at the time, none of it was like traumatic to me or in any way felt like a violation, but I was also a kid,
Oh.
and it was also the way things were down here, and it was just normal. But now as an adult, as a mother of teenagers, and I think it's funny because my daughter went to church recently, which I don't have a problem with. Like, I encourage them to learn. I mean, if you ask any atheist what was the biggest factor in becoming an atheist, they will say, I read the Bible. So I think it's funny now that she'll go to church sometimes, like with her friend or her boyfriend, and she'll come home and her eyes will be real big, and she'll be like, Mom, you wouldn't believe the stuff they're saying. I'm like, oh, but I would. The last time she went, they were saying something like, if you're bold enough to be a Christian at school and show your faith, you will be persecuted and blah, blah, blah. And Carly was like, no, you won't. Like, literally, no, you won't. But that's what they do. They create this us against them mentality. Hey, Maryville. They create this us against them mentality. And so it creates this, like, cult-like, I don't want to use the word cult, but it creates this bond that they have because they're share their own unique experiences, and it puts the rest of the world in opposition to them. Right. But anyways, so that's what I was considering doing on a podcast episode soon. But I think I actually managed to get my makeup on without forgetting anything. So, but I just wanted to hop on here and check in and let you know that we're still here. We've just had a lot going on. And he loves to interrupt me, don't you? Say good morning.
Say, come here.
No, say good morning. Good morning. I love you. Can I have a kiss? Thank you.
Say, come here.
No. Say good morning. Tell him good morning. He'll start talking as soon as I end the live. You want a beer? You want a beer? Where's Lee? You hear him laughing at your comment, Stephanie? I tell you what, I will step around. I will walk out of the bathroom and let him talk for a minute, because that's usually when it cranks up, is when I leave the room. So I'll walk away for a minute and y'all can talk to Bailey. Hey, Rachel. All right, I'll be right back. If he don't talk, I'll come back.
Here.
I'll be right back. Bailey. Good morning. He ain't gonna do it. He just wants to interrupt me. Hey Rachel, yes, you're late to the party, but that's okay. You didn't miss anything. I haven't even spoke to you about this. So you know that Lee's mother died on Friday. Lee's oldest brother died on Tuesday. So we've been wrapped up in that. Did he say this sucks again? And I missed it. So we've been kind of wrapped up in our own emotional trauma, I guess. I and just life right now is just hard. A lot of ups, a lot of downs, all at the same time. So it's a great little recipe to make you feel crazy. See, even Bailey's laughing. Thank you, Donna. But
Say, come here.
can you get some new material, please? Please, I beg you. Please say something else. I don't know where the beep came from. I have no idea. There's a few noises he makes that I can't place. He has this one awful screeching sound that makes me want to put him on the barbecue though. It's especially when he's on my shoulder and he does it, it literally feels like my ear is gonna bleed. It's so loud. Here, show him your new perch. We got a perch for the bathroom. Oh, and I almost accidentally killed Bailey this week. That little backpack that I got him with the clear bubble shield thing, I took him to PetSmart and he rode in my car in that backpack. And even though it has ventilation, apparently the sun through my car, through that backpack, was cooking him. And I didn't know, and I looked over, and he's like, his wings are like this, and he was panting, and I have a video. It was awful. But he was fine as soon as I got him out, so learned that the hard way. The answering machine thing, yeah, that might be a thing. At least Mom might have had one years ago. I don't know. But yeah. We almost had Bailey, like broiled Bailey that night. I wonder what you would taste like. Would you taste good? Are you going to talk? Are you going to make me carry all the weight of this conversation? Huh? What's the point if you're going to make me hold the conversation? Well.
Say, come here.
So, anyways, I think I will try to film a video today. Then I talked about my next podcast topic I would like to do. So, I guess I'll be working on that today and see you guys soon. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. So, if you go to my TikTok, if you have a TikTok and you go, it's Little Trauma Mama on TikTok too. But there's a whole playlist of Bailey from years ago when I first started trying to like build a relationship with him. And I'm glad I did that because it really shows how far he has come. Like, he was caged 24/7. Nobody could touch him. And it took me years, a couple years at least, to get him to trust me. And now not only does he trust me, I think he thinks that I'm like his mate because he does like some mating behaviors around me. And I haven't again. Oh, and Greys bond with their mate for life. So I guess we're married as far as he's concerned, but I just wanted to hop on and say hello, update y'all on what's been going on, and let you know that we're okay, we're still here, we're just a little bit, we're just struggling a little bit, but it will get better. It will be okay. And I will work on another little vlog for YouTube and then my podcast, and then I will check back in. And thank you guys all for being here. I say that a lot, but I do mean it. But anyways, I hope y'all have a great weekend, and we will see you soon. Bye.